Einstein described matter as a form of energy, just as ice cubes, steam, and rain are all forms of water. Everything is made up of molecules, and molecules consist of atoms that are in a permanent state of flux. This constant movement creates energy, hence, every single thing, objects, animals, and people are constantly giving off the energy they're creating. Everything in our world is vibrating with energy. So, if you can learn how to marshal, nurture, and steer your own energy, discern and strategize how to engage and disengage with other people's energies, and reconcile with the energies of the world around you, you can begin taking back control of your life. You become the most in control of your personal destiny as possible. Practical Magic shows you how. Level 1 includes energy foundations and basics and are available to the general public for single purchase. Levels 2 and 3 are very advanced with homework and are only available via the Hierophant and High Priestess tier over on Patreon, patreon.com/theartegan. I'm sending you all of my very best photons, and I look forward to supporting you at any stage, at any point on your spiritual adventures that I may. Hello, Virgo. Sun, Moon, Risings. Welcome to your Sidebar with me, our private little one-on-one mini conference where I share a little bit about what's going on in your life right now. It fits into a larger context, but more than that, I help guide the energies. I help guide you through what's really difficult for us to see when we're in it. You know, you can't see the matrix when you're in the matrix. You can see the glitches, and that lets you know that there's something wonky going on. But you don't see the matrix the way the operator sees the matrix when he has all the screens. It's just different. Okay. The download I got for you has to do with changing minds. And at first it feels like it's you changing your mind about something, Virgo. But it could also be that you're working on changing somebody else's mind. Be careful with that one. And don't be afraid to be very open with your own mind and changing your mind about things, about something in this situation. So it's something that you are, I don't feel like you're particularly aggressive or really resistant. It just takes a little bit of finesse. Like you almost have to talk yourself into looking at something from that other perspective or another perspective. And when you do, it kind of comes itself around and then boom. You've changed your position based on new information. You've changed your position based on, it's so funny. So I think it was this past week, a Virgo in my life showed me it was some kind of conspiracy theory. It was some conspiracy theory regarding the death of a little girl, an actress. And it was very theatrical. It was very dramatic. It was very it was all over the place, right? And, you know, she swore by this being the truth that this little girl was molested and harmed and beaten up, all this stuff, all these horrible things. Not to say that never happens in Hollywood, that doesn't happen. I'm just talking about this one little thing, one case, one girl, one death. And it goes on to say that that's how she passed. And I found an interview with that little girl. She died as a little girl, that little girl's sister. And it totally disproves the conspiracy theory. I mean, flat out. Just totally shuts it down. And like the cognitive dissonance with my Virgo was just comical. It's comical. So if you're cross-watching for a Virgo and you're trying to change their mind, I would say try to set it up where it happens where you're not in front of them or they're not in front of someone when they get contradictory information, because their pride and their ego may want to just stick to their guns. And if you're a Virgo and this is you changing your own mind, don't be so attached to your opinions. Don't be so attached to just don't be so attached to it. You know, I can say I change my position based on new information, or I take your point and I change my position. Don't be married to any one thought, one way, one anything. It just stagnates your energy. It's no good, Virgo. And some of you Virgos are trying to change other people's minds, and that, let's see what the guidance is from the tarot for Virgos. Virgo this week. Wow, these readings are long this week. Interesting. Oh my gosh. You and I think Leo? I think it was Leo got death. The old skeleton in armor, Virgos. So it's time to say one last prayer for your opinion. one last goodbye kiss to your previous way of looking at something or thinking about something. It's done. It's probably you probably have already changed your mind by the time you view this sidebar, but if you haven't yet, know that you're going to. And it has nothing to do with like me or me telling you. It's like the cosmos. This is a major arcana. This is energy that we don't control or steer. We just respond to when we're intelligent and cognizant and like there. When we're destabilized, we react to the cosmos's like curveballs. So Virgo, this is the energy of transformation. This is like you have to move all that stagnant energy out in your mind and how you think, what you think. There's something there that needs to just continue on its merry way so that new energy can be circulated in. This is perspective shifts. This is opinions. This is judgments. This is a lot of perspective shifts. She just showed me the exact opposite perspective of this, where I'm actually on the other side of the horse. It looks very different. So you won't know exactly what this has to do with. So I would actually recommend applying this to everything giving you anxiety right now, or upsetting you, or where you're sort of tweaking out a little bit. Play around with your perspective and do it honestly. Give yourself like an honest go of it, an honest chance, Virgo. Okay? Like, you don't have to admit that to anyone or me or anybody, but be honest with yourself about giving something a real chance to sink in, whether that's a new idea, a new perspective. And you're, okay? Something you're not really like wanting to let go of, or you didn't want to let go of it before, but it's necessary for your growth. Okay? Okay, I'll leave that there, Virgo, right there. If you do want more context, I get into that in my weekly live streams over on Patreon, patreon.com/theartegan. And it's that first tier has 12 live streams every week, multiple spreads, oracle cards, and it's much more context filled. That first tier, the lowest amount tier, also includes Capricorner, which is an extra reading for Capricorns every week, and daily astrology and tarot posts. So you're like getting stuff like every day. You get your 12 live streams, reading psychic tarot readings every week. Oh my God, my R's and W's, it's so hard. And so you can watch for your sun, your moon, and your rising, and you get access to the community. It's a great group over there. And then as the tiers go up, it's like more and more and more. So hop on, hop off, toggle up, toggle down, bookmark the page for later. I'm just happy that I can offer something like that and help you guys on your path, on your journeys, on your adventures. So I do offer psychic tarot readings. They are increased in price. I got so overwhelmed. I mean, I just got so many bookings, and then like it was kind of crazy, but I had to raise my rates, but I still offer them. That's why I have the link in the description box below to Keen, so that I can recommend some cool people for you guys if it's just like not doable financially to get a reading from me. I offer that, so, or it's down there in the description box, so check those guys out. It is less on Patreon. If you get the highest tier on Patreon, you get a personal reading from me. So that's about it, you guys. Take really, really good care. Don't be afraid of this. I know it looks really scary, a skeleton in armor, but experiment. Just play around with it, thinking of something from a different perspective, like where you don't even have to take it so seriously and really jump in. Just experiment and see how you feel in that new energy. And if you're trying to change someone else's mind, there's going to be a massive shift with that energy. If you're trying to change someone else's mind, I don't think you'll be able to. You might have to let that go and work around it. But we'll see how your energy shows up next week, Virgo. Until then, many beautiful blessings upon all of your beautiful heads, darlings. Mwah.